Hey everybody, it's Ermis, and I'm finally back. So, it's been a while. I decided to make this a long form video for like a technical perspective on how I refresh the healing values on my gear. Essentially, this will be like a long video on how I fill this sheet one by one, piece by piece. I don't expect to have like a long viewer retention on this, but I just want, in case some of you wanted to see just how I work with this piece by piece, thought it would be good insight. And while I'm doing this, I'll just ramble on to like keep you entertained for a bit. So yeah, essentially I did this a while ago. About a week ago I did this, but like for the whole time I was breathing on my microphone, and it was horrible. It sounded really bad. I had to scrap like 3 hours of recording. This and one more thing. Basically, I still have to talk to you about these books. I got all three. Where are these? I got all three books from Runes of Anchorage. These ones, and I want to make a short summary video about how I feel about them all. Spoiler alert: I love them. They're awesome. I think I figured out how to hold my mic. I have like right above my nose so I don't breathe on it. It looks a bit weird, but it works. Okay, so first of all, what we want to do is cleanse this sheet. Now, I did fill it up like a week ago, but since then I got a few items. So I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to delete all this. Essentially, array shields, select, delete. Gone. Wonderful. And I can come back to work. Gear-wise, my gear hasn't really changed. I finally found a decent neck, Amulet of Shifting Sands. And I got a second cauterizing band, so basically I have two now. I am officially past the MC, the Molten Core. I don't need anything from there anymore. I just go there to help out my guild. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Now, what I do is, first of all, let me put this window back down. Essentially, these are chat windows. I try to keep them closed because, you know, privacy and stuff. So instead, I will work with this. And this is how I do my stuff. Like, as you can see, I did Stratholme a bit ago. So, let's begin. How I work with this stuff. I go to my spreadsheet and go top to bottom, right? I pick a spell that I like, that I basically want to test, and I cast it on myself. But before I begin, I need one specific buff. Spirit. Specifically because I have this talent, Spiritual Guidance, it increases my healing by 1/5, by 20% of my spirit right now. So that's +8 healing. Actually, like lately in raids, I've been getting a lot more spirit, so I might actually switch one talent from spiritual healing up to spiritual guidance. I still want to keep my spirit of redemption for the reasons I discussed previously. So yeah, I'll do that. I got plenty of mage water from my previous dungeon run, as you can see. So the recovery will be easier. I won't have to drink my morning glory dews as I did last time. So, I put this buff on myself. I don't have any of my own buffs that benefit me. I use this specifically because it's my own buff, right? And so I consider this +40 spirit as something I always have. So it's part of my healing. Keep this up, like 1 hour buff makes it easier. And just target myself, and begin. Rank 1. Like, my heals show up here in what happened to me, right? And here I can essentially count. For renew, it's actually very simple. I just need to do this once because it heals for an exact amount and it's always the same. So right now it's 5 times 19. Let's go here and write 5 times 19. 119, right? 595. And that's what I'm going to do for all of my spells. Rank 2. And let's go. Like, while this is working, I'll actually go into normal windowed mode. Maximize it, please. Thank you. Because this way I can actually use my spreadsheet later to type in values from here. It'll actually make it easier for normal heals. Because for those, I actually need to cast them multiple times. Times 2 plus 177 times 3. At rank 3. Because for those ones, I have a standard that I have to cast a spell 20 times on myself, and I calculate the average for that. Because for any spell other than renew, I have a range, right? So I just cast that on myself 20 times to actually calculate it. That's the actual main bit that takes time. Times 3 plus 240 times 2. Right. The most time-consuming spells are the higher cost spells. Like the lower ones, like rank 1, greater healer, like normal heal rank 1, lesser heal, like renews. I can cast on myself 20 times without having to stop. The bigger ones, I actually have to drink in the middle, and it extends the duration of my work even further. But things will do for science, right? Yeah. Actually, today was the first time I used lesser heal productively. Where is it? This guy. It actually heals for, like, with my bonus healing, this rank 3 heals for like 600 or something. And I was actually wondering if I could use it in any productive way. Essentially because in like during like downtime or situations where I don't really need to heal a lot, or someone's like missing just a tiny bit of health, I might, instead of like using rank 1, I might have like a lesser heal like stashed away somewhere, and I could use that instead. I think that would be great. Although of course, like you need to weigh the mana efficiency versus the actual spot, like the spell slot on the action bars. Because right now all of them are full. I know there are like separate plus 324, right? I know there are separate add-ons which like add more action bars, but I'm not really feeling add-ons a lot. Like I get details. Details show, right? Yeah, like I like details a lot, especially for the threat. Uh, I'm leveling a warrior tank right now, and oh my god, does details help with threat management? It's insane, guys. 9. So I really like this add-on. Of course, my weak auras, I love them, right? But you know, like larger ones, like Voodoo, I could not make heads or tails of. It's actually a bit embarrassing, but you know, honestly, I'm just not bothered to figure it out further. It just takes too long, and when I saw that I couldn't make details show the missing health, when I figured out that they couldn't actually show missing health, I just said, nah, man, F that. I actually need to see missing health on each person. That's really important to me. Right. And yeah, this is rank 10 renew. There it is. There's the glorious buddy. Now, that's the renews done. This is simple. Like, you only cast it on yourself once. You don't need to like do multiple casts because again, it heals for a static amount each time. Now though, we're going with, well, I could go from here, but I could cast from here, but I'm not going to. I have them down here. We're going to go with heal, rank 1s, all the way to greater heal. Now, I need to do this 20 times. So, how do I do this here? Essentially, I start by just casting it on myself 20 times, right? At first I count, but then once I do have my 20 casts, I can like cheat and not have to count them anymore by simply resizing this window just to make sure that only 20 lines of text are visible, and then I can just keep healing until it's all the way up and then just stop, you know. This is a problem when, for example, someone is nearby and they're like casting, they're like not casting, but if they're crafting stuff. If someone's making healing bandages, it shows up in what happened to me in combat log. This is ridiculous. Blizzard, please fix this. Yeah, that's why I don't do this like near the bank or something. That's like this. Well, that's a pretty secluded place, and that's why I do this, because very few people come up here. It's usually some mages who teleport downstairs or some priests that need training, and they usually leave. Right. Now, I have not done any counting. I actually stopped counting. Yeah, let's stop here. I'll just do the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3. So, I need to hide 3. Boom. That's 20. So now I can just... normally I would just sit down and drink, but right now it's recovering pretty well. I come here and I just type them in. This is where having a numpad on your keyboard is just necessary. Otherwise, it just takes too long. If you get a critical, just divide that by 1.5, because 50% is the critical damage bonus for us priests. 1066. As you can see, like I have my spreadsheet set up so that it calculates the average. The average of the heals of these numbers that I'm doing right here, right? 10, 62, 6, 10, 53, right? I don't need this right now. And this is how it works. Essentially, I have this formula that just calculates the average. I sometimes like, once in a while, I just add a few more if I want, but honestly, I don't need to, right? And that's my healing. That's the healing amount. Right here, to the left. This is how I actually measure how dispersed my healing amounts are. Essentially, what these formulas do is, I take the average of, for example, for this 0.16, right? I take the average of all my cast up until this point, and compare that to the average of my cast up until the one previously. And essentially, I like divide one by the other, and take away one. This shows how much different the average of these is from the average of these. And normally, the more casts I make, the closer that amount becomes to 0. Essentially, the closer I get to my ultimate average. Of course, it fluctuates. Like down here, it actually starts fluctuating, but it's a reasonable. You get a reasonably accurate result back down here. So 1076. Down here, basically, this is the minimum. This is the maximum. The lowest and highest amount I've healed. The range, the difference between these two spells, and the standard deviation. It's a like statistical term. And down here, that's the ratio of the standard deviation to the mean. Essentially, this is how I see how dispersed my healing is. At larger casts, at like larger spells, it actually goes up a bit, which means it's a bit less accurate, like even at 20 casts. I'll show you that later. But overall, I think it's not worth doing more than 20 casts to get like a decent average. So I take this number 1076. I round it. I don't need to like 0.4. Just 1076, and I put it in here. 1076. Enter. And then I delete these, and I continue with rank 2. Now, down here, I have already been healing. Like, let's assume this is full. Normally, I'll just cast some like rank 1 Holy Nova or something different. Something that looks different here because it doesn't show the rank of the healing spell I used. Just to make sure that I cast exactly 20. I cast the spell exactly 20 times. And here I go again. This is the entire process. Honestly, this is more time consuming than time consumption than skill. Yeah, you sometimes get this proc inspiration. It doesn't affect my healing, so I don't care. I don't really care about even noticing it. Yeah, that's the process. I did the Stratholm Undead today. It was easy. Right now, most people who do Stratholm Undead, at least most of the people I encounter who do it, are very well geared, and they're doing it maybe like for the mount, or just specifically for the back, because the cape of the Black Baron, I believe it's called. It's actually a very good item for physical DPS. But today I found this guy. You probably have heard of him because multiple people have mentioned him to me. But I can see his name obviously. But he farms. He farms Strat Undead for the mount, and he's actually willing to pay 1,000 gold for each person in his party if he gets the mount. So, going with him is not just a way to kill time and plus do something fun, because Strat Undead isn't really boring. But also, in addition to that, I get a chance at 1,000 gold. It's awesome. It's amazing. 1363. 1363. Right. 7. Right. And here's the fun part. He's the tank, right? And he basically finds a healer for 3 DPS and goes. He's a rogue. This guy is a rogue, and he's tanking Stratholm Undead, and he's pulling it off. I swear. I haven't had trouble healing him. I just heal him normally with rank 1 heal. Once in a while I have to flash if he gets a spike or something, but other than that it's normal, That's right. And he usually finds pretty good DPS, so the fights are over quickly. So I barely even have to drink. The mage gave me 118 or something water. I have 91 right now. I threw away a stack. I didn't need it. It's amazing. 4. Yeah. It's actually really fun to do these late game dungeons once in a while. First of all, at this stage, now that I'm like raid level, and I don't need anything from dungeons anymore, basically the productive dungeoning I do is essentially if I go to a dungeon to farm gold, or if I'm raiding, you know. So I actually miss healing normal dungeons. I've even considered leveling a priest separately from all this, but hell no. 15, 17. I might actually consider it if I, like, for example, set up a decent computer and like set up Twitch or something. Oh, right. And I could stream it. That would be fun. I leveled completely holy. Like I put points in discipline. Start with wands. Like 5 points in spirit tab just to like get quick recovery. And then I went like discipline down here and just holy. Right. I think I did this. I think I put up renews at first, but mainly down here and then holy. I know, I'm stupid, I'm crazy. I'm also like, my alt is a tank right now. A warrior. He's 52. I've leveled him like full protection. It's not that I'm like a masochist or something, but whenever I play a class, I want to play it in its intended role in the end game, just so that I am completely 100% used to how everything works in the end game. I'm super comfortable with the priest specifically because all I've played is Holy Priest. Well, here on this server, you know. On Classic, I started with Holy Priest. I kept with it. 1706. And same thing with Warrior. I don't think I'll make him a raider. Like maybe if someone needs him in a raid and I have like time, I'll jump on him. Like for example, my guild, Sticks and Stones. I love these guys, dude. They are awesome. But 1702. Essentially, if my guildies need a healer, then yeah, I will absolutely need a tank. I will absolutely jump over. But otherwise, nah. Like the furthest I intend to take him is like pre-raid best in slot to have the best gear for dungeoning, and I'll stop there. Because the whole point of my warrior right now is to farm dungeons, not for money, for best in slots for other priests. I'm a class leader in my guild, so basically I want to be able to help my fellow priests, you know. I can't really help them in raids, but if they're like under 60, I could like grab a tank and go help them, you know. I'll tank, they'll heal, I'll have best in slot gear, so it'll be easy to heal me, and I can gear them up quickly, you know. Especially when they're 60 and they're like chasing best in slot gear from dungeons. Like, oh my god, the number of like Blackrock Depths and Skullmans and Stratholm runs I did to get my best in slot gear. It takes a while, so it would have been awesome if I had someone to like just stick with me and help me do this. Oops. Equals 47 divided 1.5. Okay. So yeah, I decided to like have that available for me. I tried being. Yeah, like the thing is, I try to be like supportive of my priests I have, because there isn't much I can do to help them. I'm a healer, they're a healer. A dungeon group can't really have two healers, so as far as helping the other priest goes, this character is more or less pointless. 1931. So yeah, I think like my final character roster will be this priest for as my main character, my warrior for a tank, and probably like a mage because I want to have like one character who actually can farm gold for a change. You know, it's not easy, like making gold. Although this number is misleading. I actually had 500 gold today. Like you gradually get it from raiding and dungeoning. I spent money on this. 275 gold today. So I can actually carry all this stuff around. I know this is stupid. Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't care. Wait. I've been casting the wrong spell the entire time. This is stupid. Stupid. Greater heal rank 2. I'm sure it was hilarious watching me right now, but 4, please. Yeah, much better. Yeah, and I was even surprised how did I manage 20 casts. Because like in greater heals, this is where you actually get to 0 mana before you complete the 20 casts. Earlier, I used to do like I'll just heal it up completely, plug the numbers in, and if I don't see a like large disparity, I'll just take the number and put it into the spreadsheet. But now that I'm like doing this, not just for myself, but like there are people who actually are following me, people who are listening to what I have to say, I want to be thorough. A liberal use of inner focus. Used a lot. It saves you a cast or two. In fact, it could theoretically. Come on. Yes. Completely empty. There we go. Like the next one, I'll have to take a pause in the middle. 172, and actually like pay attention to the percentage of the standard deviation to the mean, because like for heal rank 1, it was pretty low, like 1 point something percent, but the more it goes up, unfortunately, the higher the disparity goes. Although this this doesn't necessarily mean that the readings are inaccurate. It just means that the span of the spell is larger, right? Normally I use these to determine whether or not my heals or my casts are accurate. 22, 25. 22, 25. Hello. Rank 3. No. 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 There's a whole no, and I was casting rank 5. Actually, there's a spoiler for you. I do not have greater heal rank 4 on my cast bar. I'm not using it anymore. Essentially, in my 1 hour analysis video, which will never see the light of day because of my nose, I determined that like greater heal rank 5 is just superior to rank 4, and I just removed rank 4 from my cast bar. I'll actually show you this in the middle of this. I'll post a separate video for those who just didn't care to watch the whole thing through. But I'll actually, once we're done, I'll discuss it maybe not briefly, because actually there's some stuff I still want to do. Yeah. But yeah, I'll basically talk to you about what I think about it. Essentially, what I did, what the TLDR is uh, for renew, the efficiency slightly drops, of course, as with any higher level. But I use renew for essentially higher. I use renew for its essentially health per second, healing per second buff. So I don't really care. I don't really care about its efficiency that much. Greater Heal rank 2 is actually just marginally less efficient. So essentially what happened is that 6, 24, 93, that basically rank 5 is almost had the same efficiency as rank 4, but healed for more health overall. 25, 45, 25, 45. So I ended up just going with it completely. Okay, I don't have rank 4 on my rank 4 on my cost bar, so I'll go here. I'll put it in E for a while. Yeah, let's go. While you're doing this, always check your prayer spirit. You have to keep it up all the time. It actually went off, actually lost it in the middle of my in the middle of my casting in the last video. It probably did one entire spell without it, which sucks. I'll be more attentive today. One more, come on, inner focus. Also, you can do it. Yes, one more. Sweet, now drink. Usually, as I'm doing this, I listen to YouTube or something. 43.75 crit, sweet. 9/11. Oh my god. So essentially lately, it's for the past 2 weeks, I think, I've been binge watching this channel I found on YouTube. It essentially takes old stuff, like old rusty metal things like lamps or tools, and just restores them. And my dudes, power tools plus a guy who knows how to use them equals magic. The channel is called My Mechanics, I believe. I think the guy's based in Germany or something, and he makes really cool stuff. He doesn't talk throughout the entire videos, unlike a certain dwarf we both know, right? 2941. Right. But it's actually pretty cool. I like it. It's a very satisfying thing to watch too. Oh, see, with Great Heal rank 5, I easily go over 3,000. This is especially valuable when I'm actually power healing a tank, because I do this when the tank's missing a lot of health. Clearly it's not very efficient. It's a very expensive spell. 600 mana per cast. Oof. But 4,500 crit. Nice. A friend of mine actually claimed to do 6,000 crit with it. Basically he said he used a trinket from Hakar to trigger a higher healing, but I just do not believe it. It's too much. He didn't have that much better gear either. But hey, still awesome. And see, we have larger disparity in higher ranks of healing. And like, don't you love this animation though? This happens to the target itself. Like this cool circle of holy runes under their feet. It's glorious. I love it so much. You don't really get it with like normal heals. Like here. Wait. Yeah, I can do. Yeah, basically with a normal heal, it's just tiny. And with this, you like, boom, massive circle. Just badass. Okay, this was the crit, right? Yeah. So 3187. 3137. I actually considered streaming World of Warcraft, but honestly, I think it would be a nightmare. And not because I don't want to stream, like, I really enjoy this process. See, 2.2%. A bit more, you know. But, you know, it's more or less consistent down here. So 3147. 3147. Boom. Easily over 3k. Sweet. Flash heal. Oh, I actually have an improvement in flash heal. I'll show you guys something. I did a change. I usually like have flash heal rank 5 here on my like quick cast bar, and of course it's a mouse over macro, right? But I changed my mind. I don't know how well you can see this, right? But what I did is I added an option to cast the highest rank of flash heal if I'm in a pinch. This works with like no mod and mod 2.2 colon and shift colon. So essentially, if I just normal Q, it's 1000. But if I do shift Q, boom, 1400, right? See, shift, no shift, shift, no shift. I decided because essentially in clutch situations I need to heal fast, and I'd rather do it very quickly, as quickly as I can. See, I got that option. I should also, yeah, flash heal, let's go. I should also do the lesser heal today, because I feel it would be interesting to just see the results of it. Because again, I used it productively today. Like, a lesser heal rank 3, it heals for like 600 health or something. Again, I'll have to take a look. It's less efficient because you get less plus healing on lower spells, on lower level spells. I actually don't remember above which level spell you get the proper bonus healing. I think it was level 14 or something. But like even if you look here, you'll actually see the disparity. I think we did it on our last discussion video, so I'll probably avoid that. Yeah, I'd rather avoid that. Don't wanna waste too much of your time. Waste. What do you mean waste? Hermes, we are enjoying this. This is so exciting. This is science. Science is exciting. I like research. Dude, like, working with numbers feels so good. Because you can take as much time as you need. You can be as accurate as you want. You can, like, build models. 668. So, I like you can do experiments and stuff. Oh, no. Surely not. Boom. Okay, then. Rank 2. There we go. Right. The cool thing about Flash Heal is that you do these casts really fast. So you spend less time casting and more time like transferring, so this stage is pretty decently fast. At higher levels you run out of mana. Like higher levels of flash heal, you get the same problem. They're expensive. There we go. 24 minutes left on prayer, that's good. 7:31, 7:16. And oh my god, I was so happy when I got Player of Shadow Protection. This boy. Dude. You actually need it. You need Shadow Protection for a lot of situations. As like, I don't know if you guys saw, but in Molten Core you need it for 2 bosses. You need it from Majordomo, the almost final boss, the second to last boss, and you also need for I believe Sulfuron Harbinger, like the guy with like four healers surrounding him. 7:43. Because those guys, they do shadow damage to you, like to a bunch of tanks, to people, and it's always a smart idea to like cover everybody in shadow protection. Of course, nobody's gonna wait for you to do it, right? Like doing it with normal shadow prod, it was impossible to cover the entire raid in time. So instead, we would focus on just the tanks, on the warriors. But now with this, just in just a few simple casts, you can cover the entire raid. It's amazing. Also super useful in Stratholm Undead. There's a lot of shadow damage there in that area. Of course, you should have a mage with you if you're planning to go there for a while. The problem is some of those mobs do a curse that reduces your 848. That reduces your shadow resistance by 100, and that essentially cancels out your shadow protection buff because it's a plus 60, right? So great to have a I believe a paladin or a druid. I believe druids actually complete priests. Like they can remove poisons and curses, and I believe something else. We can remove magic. We can remove diseases. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Of course, as dwarf priests, OP by the way, we get a racial stone form. It gives immunity to bleed, poison, and disease. Like, disease is useless. Like, I can just abolish disease myself. But it gives immunity to poison, which means 8. Yeah, tell you what, I'll actually make this round this, so 826. Yeah. Which rank do I need? Rank 4. Here we go. But yeah, like this saves you from poisons, because when you cast it, if you have a poison on you, it will disappear as well. So not only are you immune to receiving poison effects for 8 seconds, but you also cancel out all poisons that are on you. And the cooldown is like 3 minutes. It's really useful. It has been super useful in AQ lately, because there are a lot of poisons there and most of them are cancelled. But I'm not sure all of them though, because I was on Princess Huhuran and I did not use this, so I don't know if it's cancelable on Princess. Probably not, because the bosses in AQ are nasty. I will not forgive the mobs right after the twins, because right after twins you have like groups of 5 mobs walking around, and some of them mind slayers, I believe. They do area of effect, a mana burn, they claim, Well, it's actually an AoE fear. Here's a problem. Fear ward does not protect you from that fear. Nothing you can do about it. You're going. You're gone. Right? You're gone. 920. It's it's super annoying. It really is super annoying. Uh, but you still have to use it though. Rank 5, I believe, right? Yeah. You still have to use Fear Ward there though, because the Mind Slayers, they you can resist it, but the big guys, the champions or something, right? They do fear, they do intimidating shout, and you can actually resist that fear. No, you can actually resist that fear with Fear Ward. So when you have one of your tanks keeping those guys busy, keep a Fear Ward on him. It might say it will definitely save someone's life, because those packs of mobs are nasty. We have cleared Cthulhu twice now, actually. Twice? Yeah, twice now. First time it was hilarious. We got away with just 2 people. 1023, 1043. So just 2 people survived in the end, and we were joking that they two-manned Cthulhu. But on our second attempt, we just lost 8 or something. So second attempt was more decent. And even there, shadow protection, dudes, use this, right? Because the main culprit of the deaths on Cthulhu is basically on stage 1, on stage 2, the small eyeballs that spawn like around him, and they just pick random people. 1061, and they do consistent shadow damage on them. And it's a lot of shadow damage, right? If one, okay, I can out heal one. If two of those things, if 2 of those things are consistently damaging one guy, I cannot out heal. I cannot out heal the damage. Someone else is gonna have to help me, probably a paladin, right? So yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is predictable damage. It's consistent damage, and greater heals have a very large amount of healing per second. So, in essence, you could probably use them. I'm not sure. Like, I keep experimenting with this stuff. And I keep learning new stuff, guys. Like, for example, did you know that the alcoholic drink from Darmol North actually stacks with your spirit buff? Basically, I'm talking about this one. Krieg's Stout Beatdown. This thing is amazing. Yeah, you lose 5 intelligence, but you get plus 25 spirit. And you can buy it if you complete Darmol North without killing the drunk dancing dude on the balcony to the right. 1218. And when you're done, once you're king, he can sell you stuff, right? You're friendly, he can sell you stuff. And one of those is that drink. That drink stacks both with your prayer spirit and with the spirit of Zanza, the Zandalari, like the flask-ish buff, you know. So those 3 items stack. I actually want to make a separate video on consumables, because it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, I can actually talk about quite a few of those. One of them is this elixir of the sages. This was my favorite elixir until mages showed up. The problem is that since the elixir gives you intellect and spirit, the mage intellect buff cancels it out, and if you actually drink it and the mage casts intellect on you, you lose the buff. Like, you lose this buff. So essentially, any mage can make you waste an elixir. So for a long time, here we go. Someone's doing stuff. 78, 1406, 1412, 1408. So for a long time, I did not have any like elixir level consumables that I wanted to use in dungeons or raids. And then the Zandalari expansion came out. I believe it was in ZG. I'll check. Hold on. Factions. The Zandalari tribe, right? Yeah. When you get revered with Zandalari tribe, you get Mage Blood Potion. This one. This became the first elixir I would be able to use in raids. 12 mana per 5 second. And yeah, here's the Spirit of Zanza. 50 stamina and 50 spirit. It stacks with both your stamina and your spirit buff. This thing is amazing. This thing is amazing. I love it. I love it so much. 1406. Right. Okay, now for the prayer. Rank 1. Let's go. So yeah, I was actually very pleasantly surprised with this thing. It only stacks in lots of 10. So if you don't do dire maul runs very often, like tribute runs and stuff like that, you actually need to stock up on a lot of them. Like this batch is from the last run I did. It was from the first time I actually discovered them. I bought 10. I still have 6. But yeah, actually next time you clear dire maul North, just go to the guy and buy like 100 of these. They're worth it. And actually they're not that expensive. I think they were 3. Yeah, I think they were like 15 gold, 16 silver or something like that. So, in my opinion, definitely worth buying. Come on, one more. Come on. Yes. Right. Yeah, and on prayers, this is gonna take a while. Actually, on the highest ranks of prayer, I actually have to heal. I have to like drink multiple times. That's the most exhausting part of the process. 635, 644. The good thing about these prayers is that you actually don't really have to do them more. What? Oh, that's a guildie actually. Uh, 646 was the crit, right? Yeah. 628. What's he saying? No, I'm trying to give you privacy. Keeping general chat hidden. I care about. Yeah, actually, that's why I just keep all of them hidden. You probably saw this last time. 962 divided by 5. Because people message me with stuff, you know. Sometimes it's most of the time okay. It's normal, just gaming stuff, right? But sometimes it's actually important. Can't chat. He actually wants to come up and dance. It's fine. He's a guildie of mine. That's an alto, a guildie of mine. 642, 633, and 962 divided by 1.5. Look at this, right? For prayer of healing, you get very consistent heals overall. It has a very low disparity. Like, I forgot the name. Jesus. Essentially, a low standard deviation. It's consistent, healing wise. So, 635. So you don't have to actually do a lot. Prayer of healing rank 2. Which is actually good. I usually use prayer in like clutch situations when a lot of people are taking damage, and to have a reliable spell for that, it's actually pretty good. Also, another spoiler alert. I do not use rank 4 at all right now. It's 8 minutes. You know what? I'm not gonna risk it. Recast spirit. Sit down and drink. Because, as you'll see later, the rank 5 prayer of healing is objectively superior to rank 4. It's amazing. It's more efficient. Actually, I want to make sure with today's testing, but last time when I did the testing, it turned out that it was actually more efficient than rank 4, and it healed for more. So it's like bis. Especially since like rank 9 I use in like super critical situations. Most of the time with my inner focus. Still, it was amazing. I'm very happy with rank 5. And like the difference is very little. Like mana wise, it's also tiny. There we go. 796, so 803, 783, 786, 808, 802. See, like super consistent. Super, it just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Eh, what'd you know? 800. That's actually clean. I like it. That's 10 more than I had previously. Not much, I'll admit. It's not much, but it's still something. It is absolutely still something. Yeah, I know that I haven't recovered fully, but... Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Don't do that for me. Okay, rank 3. I was lagging. Oh my god, dude, I hate this lag. I don't know if it's gonna start happening now, but for the past like a week or two, I've been seeing this. No, yeah, like 2 weeks. I've been seeing this weird lag where I myself can't move, can't do anything. I'm like straight up lagging. You're useless, can't do much, right? You walk around, you get like moved back to your original position. No one sees you walk. You're just permanently in casting mode on each spell you do. But everyone around you can do whatever they want. They're walking around, running, fighting, you know, actually taking damage and dying, and you can do nothing because you're stuck. And the chat is also working. You can type in chat. That was extremely weird. Like, you can type in chat, you're talking normally, you're complaining about the lag, but but that's it. Like, nothing's happening. You still can't walk around, you still can't talk. It was extremely annoying. We actually wiped on Baron in Molten Core because of that lag. And I'm talking people who have cleared Blackwing Lair, like Zul'Gurub, AQ20, who have killed like cleared AQ40. We wiped on Baron because of this stupid lag. No, I'm not mad. 1038, 1053. 1.5, 1026, 1058, 1064, 1041. Yeah, I need two more. Yeah, let's do that. Uno, und, dos. Let's keep drinking. 1027, 1033. Dude, I love this mage water so much. Like, guys, if you're on a mage and you want to make a priest happy, just go give him a bunch of water. 1047. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, they don't have to ask you for it. Trust me, they always want it. I actually have a guildie that does it. That unironically does it. Okay, I'll bring up rank 4 just for the purposes of this. And I'll actually show you. Like, I have a guildie of mine that if he sees me in town anywhere, he just walks up to me, gives me 2 stacks of water and 1 stack of food. Like the conjured one. I love this guy. You know? That's a good person right there. Yeah, see what I mean? How many casts? 6 casts. And I'm out of mana. This is insane, right? Okay, let's just give it a tiny bit of weight. And 7 casts. Alright, sweet. Actually, for the purposes of this research, you could get an intellect buff on you, because that gives you extra mana. The like extra criticals isn't really that much. You can always just divide them by 1.5, no problem, no biggie. But the extra mana capacity would help you a lot in that case. I actually have half a mind to grab an intellect potion. Where is it? I just have 3 blind weed. No, I don't want to waste it. I should farm blind weed at some point. It's real cool stuff. But yeah, it's like 25 intellect. That's times 15, because 1 point of intellect is 15 mana. 250 plus basically 370 intellect. I think it's 370 mana. I think. Yeah, something like that. It could be like it could like add up in terms of comfort, and it doesn't really cost that much. Especially like if you're a herbalist. Oh my god, I'm terrible latency. I hope this doesn't keep up. Especially like I got this right. You can just carry stuff around. Right now I'm trying to carry every herb I have. Like none of the like lower level ones, but the average level ones. You know, because like a lot of low level alchemy potions are still like viable on higher levels. So I just carry everything around. Unfortunately, I don't carry vials, like empty vials, because I only carry the crystal ones. I'm thinking about it, but okay, come on, one more. I'm not gonna burn the focus right now. I want to carry more of these vials around, but right now I don't have a lot of inventory space, because essentially this last bag, this last bag is like pure essentials, right? Yeah, you could like throw this stuff away, but I have like a backup high level mana. It restores as much as priest. Well, actually a bit more than the mage water, but it's expensive as hell. Like 1 stack costs about 2 gold. 1329, right? Where was I? Yeah, 1369, 2055. But I still carry it around for like extreme situations where I definitely need to get as much mana back as soon as possible. 1342. but normally I don't really use it much. It actually has a need you. It actually has a food buff. Where is it? It actually has a food buff. Plus 10 spirit. It's an immediate food buff, right? I guess you could use it as a food item, but and it's instant. You don't have to spend 10 seconds eating. Uh, also, definitely using inner focus for this. But Nightfin soup, instead of 10 plus 10 spirit, which isn't bad, it gives 8 mana per 5 seconds, which is way more, right? I didn't calculate exactly by how much more, but I know it's a lot more than that. And the bonus healing from this is like what, 2 plus 2 healing plus 2.5 healing. It's not that much. Like having a consistent source of additional mana is way better. Next, okay. So this bag goes away, right? This bag, I I need a bag to carry my herbs around because I take my profession more or less, not very seriously, of course. I'm not super hardcore, but I take it seriously, right? So I need to be able to make stuff on demand. So this goes away. In one bag, I carry my consumables, like tons of mana potions, brilliant mana oil, because it's awesome, some extra candles, low level mana potions for like trash situations where you don't really need to regain mana but you would like to. And these are like super cheap, and I don't buy them. Every time I go to Stratholm Undead, I just take them. They're in tiny boxes. They're in these supply crates, and if you're a dwarf, your racial find treasure actually shows them up on the map. You can tell which are trapped, which are not by um, crap. You can tell which are traps and which are not by actually like seeing here if it's like yellow, it means it's real. Another one, and that should be 20. Sweet. So getting those mana potions is incredibly easy. So yeah. Unfortunately, those are the like 2 levels below the highest ones. Because these are the greater ones. They're also super mana potions. And those do not drop that much. You actually have to make those. 1481. Right. I used to farm them a lot because you need bruiseweed to make them. And you get a lot of bruiseweed in Swamp of Sorrows. So I just go there and farm a lot. Right. Because here they are. Super mana potions. You need sungrass and bruiseweed and blindweed. Sorry, blindweed. My apologies. Blindweed you get a lot, essentially near water. The Swamp of Sorrows in Eastern Kingdoms. It's just basically Duskwood. To the east is the Deadwind Pass. To the east, Swamp of Sorrows. 1452. 52. Right. Holy Nova. Great. Yeah, you can get blindweed there. As for sungrass, you usually get it in like plains. Ferrolas has a decent amount, but hinterlands is where I would go. The area like to the east of Altrak Mountains, to the north of Arathi not Basin, but to the north of Arathi. Plenty of sungrass there. Go there, make a bunch of potions, and you're good. But right now, at this level, if I do need... Okay. But right now, if I do need mana potions, it's because I'm healing a lot and I need mana potions. So I go for major ones. These are a bit expensive to make. But if you're unlike me and actually farming um, Diamol East, the so-called leisure farm, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it. You just go in with at least 6,000 mana. I like to go a bit overboard. Like my farming set has like almost 7,000. You go in, you get the small lasher packs. You use Holy Noah to take them down, and you pick up the loot. And if you're a herbalist, you get a lot of dream foil in the area and Grom's blood. But you need dream foil for the major mana potions, 169. You need dream foil for the major mana potions. Let's do this one. And the other one you need is Ice Bloom. Ice Bloom you can get in Winter Spring. It's an amazing place to get Ice Bloom. Is Ice Bloom? This one. Ice Cap. Jesus Christ, I do not. Ice Caps. Basically, you get these in Winter Spring. Is that cursed area where you need to get through a tunnel full of angry bears. I got them too unfriendly on this character. I can actually check it. Yeah, I can. Where are they? Yeah, I think I did overkill it. Yeah, Timber Mahal. There they go. Timber Moss. I got them too unfriendly, so they don't really attack me anymore, so I can go freely. But if you're on the level when you're going into Winter Spring for the first time, they're hostile, and they attack you. Like, oh. On my warrior, I actually had to like corpse run a few times because I needed to open up Moonglade, and I needed to open up Winter Spring, or the flight paths. And it actually takes a while to get any decent reputation with them. 320. Yeah. At some point you should get reputation with them if you're an alchemist like me, because at high enough reputation they actually give you a transmute recipe. Factions, Timber Mahal. Where is it? Yeah. No. Yeah, here we go. Unfriendly. Transmute earth to water. To water, right? Actually pretty okay. You might want this. Right? Because essentially essence of water I believe sells for a decent amount. 210. So you might want to get that one. Transmute. And friendly, look, it isn't that much. Right? If you actually like apply yourself and actually spend some time doing it, you could get there eventually. What you need to do is in Fellwood to the north there are a bunch of like enemy I forget what they're called, what that species is called, like the walking bears. Basically there are hostile ones, and as you kill them you get feathers. You need to turn in 5 feathers each time to a timber mall right at the entrance, and gradually you get reputation. And well, while you're at neutral you actually can go in and actually do quests I believe, so it should be better after you get to neutral. However, I just couldn't bother. I probably will do that at some point, because I have less and less stuff to do on this character. What else am I like? I'm still farming Ironforge reputation. I know what you're thinking. Why, right? Right now I'm revered with Ironforge. To me, this is the best city. I definitely prefer Ironforge to Stormwind. Yeah, I know you get the buffs in Stormwind, but the location of Ironforge is actually pretty useful because it's very close to Menethil Harbor, and from here you can go to either Theramore Isle here or Aberdeen here. So if you need to go to this area, you swim here. If you need to go to this area, you swim here. Rank 4, right? Yeah, rank 4. Stormwind doesn't allow you to do that because Stormwind's actually further south, and it actually takes a while to fly to Minithil Harbor. So instead, you have to like go into the train at the deeper on tram, right? You need to get into the train, and you need to take the train. And it takes a while. I don't like when things take too longer than necessary. So instead, I just stay there. Stay here and Ironforge. Plus, it's more of a quasi-patriotic thing because my main character is a dwarf. Even my warrior, he's human, but I still base him in Ironforge because it's actually a really good hub. 8. I haven't thought about it much, but maybe like druids can have a different opinion on that. Because in the case of druids, they have a spell to teleport to Moonglade, and Moonglade is just to the east of Darnassus, right? Here's Moonglade. You can teleport here. So I guess that might change things. I'm not sure, but I still think access to Theramore is important. 311, 100, 302, 302, 295. Okay, 302. Yeah. 2. Right. As you can see, it's not doing a lot of healing. As I said before, it's really not worth it. The Holy Nova for healing. I'm just like doing it for completion's sake. And the disparity isn't really much, as you'll probably see. Usually the most disparate spells are the greater heals. It's 9408, 399, 386. Actually, no. I guess I remembered it wrong. Oh, I misclicked. 386, 394, 386, 400, 389. No, actually went too far. Far away, 399, 386, 394. Here we go. 386, 400, 389. My bad. I know it doesn't matter that much, but still. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What's happened to me? I'm actually really tired. In the previous video, I talked for non-stop for like 1.5 hours. These days I'm super tired because I'm a guest lecturer at a local university. I teach like Excel and stuff like that. Alright, 380, 383. And these days I've been having like 6 to 7 hours of lectures every day. 390. And that just exhausts you, man. Not necessarily mentally. Problem is, like, as you're talking to students for like a long time, you don't breathe as much, and like the oxygen and the very clear lack of oxygen in your blood, it adds up, and you feel like super woozy. Come on, come on, come on. No. There we go. You feel super woozy. You're constantly having difficulty breathing. I know what you're thinking. No, I don't have it. My fever is... I don't have a fever. Right. But yeah, 440. Midnight. Yeah, I'll be done soon. I'll be done soon. I have to go to sleep soon. Uh, I know what some of you may be thinking. Like, why am I not testing Desperate Prayer? Simple reason. 10-minute cooldown. I'm not spending 3 hours on this. Just like, just take note of how much it heals you, right? Because you don't really use it for efficient healing. You use it when you're getting pummeled. So you don't really need to care about how much it heals. Just the fact that it heals instantly. 466. No, we're done. Okay, and as I said before, I actually want to do lesser heal. These guys. Yeah, let's do it like this. Copy, paste with formulas and stuff. Lesser heal. Yeah, I know. I know it's really not necessary to be doing this, but I'm actually curious. 52 to 64. 52 to 64. From a like rating standpoint, and 26 mana. From a rating and dungeoning standpoint, they don't really feel that good. 438 mana. But okay, yeah, I get it. I'll do this. Right, 157 and 182. 464 mana. Right, they're tiny. They're tiny heals. 1.5, 2 seconds, 2.5. So 1.5, 2 seconds, 2.5. Do I need to change anything here? No, single target spells. Let's see. Let's actually see how much, how many casts I can make. Yeah, see, it doesn't heal much. I have plus 900 healing, right? The bonus is clearly more than this. But since this is like a level 1 spell, you get the spell on level 1. At least I'm pretty sure you get it on level 1. Maybe level 2. But it costs so little that I'm regenerating more mana than this is costing me. You can do this infinitely. You can just keep doing this forever. And that's what I want to test. Does this actually matter? Does the spell actually matter? I want to see. Because from a healing per second standpoint, I can tell it is not good, not really useful. But in terms of like maybe boosting low levels, like when you're like healing and boosting, maybe this could be useful. Again, I don't know. 177 it healed. Okay, rank 2. Let's do a Holy Nova to make sure. And boom, let's keep going. This one's 2 seconds, so it'll take a bit longer. Like, as you can see, like, I'm constantly regenerating mana. It does not cost enough to actually impact my mana pool. You can do this infinitely. You can do this non-stop. I'm sure there are applications to this. Unfortunately, I know what you're thinking. No, it does not. It does not trigger inspiration. Inspiration is specifically triggered by heal, greater heal, prayer, or flesh heal, not lesser heal. So you can't really just spam it to like to trigger inspiration, which was actually what I thought about before I read the description, and I was greatly disappointed. $313. Boom. See? We're getting there. We're getting there. And okay, final one. How long have we been doing this? An hour and a half. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this takes a while. Actually, not that much though. Honestly, like if you do this not even necessarily once a month, once you have like significant changes to your bonus healing. Like right now it's 979. And yeah, of course I get way more during actual raiding situations because of like various buffs. Honestly, do I? Ah, yeah, like the Zandalar buff, etc., etc. Yeah, you get them. But these are the like baseline. These are the numbers you can consistently produce. So I go with that. Because I'd rather underestimate my healing than overestimate it. Always. Oh, okay. Ooh, this one actually made me spend mana. So rank 3 is not infinite. Interesting. Well, considering it heals for a decent amount. 602. Actually, like, these 600s aren't really that bad. If you think about it. 612, 612, 603, 603, 617, 927 over 1.5. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, 1.5 and 600. 610. Okay, let's actually take a look. Healing per second wise, essentially the amount healed divided by the cast time plus cooldown is pretty low. If we take a look at the higher spells, what's it comparable to? It's higher than Renew. Wait, really? Yeah, it's higher than Renew. Rank 2, lesser heal, has more healing per second than Renew. That's interesting. But it has 824 compared to 595 of healing per mana point, right? And I can actually infinitely cast them all. Yeah, for the purposes of this, right, I'm dividing my essentially the cost, essentially mana cost divided by the cast times to determine my cast per second. I'm comparing that to my mana restored per second, and I'm actually calculating the actual buffs, the raid buffs like Paladin, Mage Blood, and Nightfin. If I delete these, remove this, yeah, the rank 3 is not infinite. Rank 2 is still infinite though. Okay, I'll just type this in to make sure. 979. Effect. See, I can just keep healing constantly. Huh. This isn't bad. Like, they're very efficient, clearly. Like, well, like lower ranks of Renew are more efficient than them, but they have atrocious healing per second. Not even considering them. But actually, for essentially a free spell, this is a free cast. This is free healing. These two ranks are free healing, right? For free cast, that's actually not bad. For free cast, it's actually pretty good, right? Of course, I actually need to update my conditional formatting. 55, right? Yeah. This worksheet. Yeah, see, 255. Apply this one. Delete, delete, delete. Okay. So yeah, still very efficient. Sustain wise, what's this? I don't even remember. Sustain pots. For how many seconds I can like keep casting while using the mana potions. Enough means infinite. Effect. What's this? I actually don't remember half of these things. Base heal, average heal. The plus. Yeah, there's the plus healing effect I get. Like, take a look at this. Like, for flash heal, I get like it's a 1.5 second cast, so I get a consistent, more or less, 420 additional healing. For a same 1.5 second cast lesser heal, I get only 100. You get a quarter of your bonus healing on your lower level heals. Now, I can't really compare anything to this one, lesser heal, because 2 seconds. I don't have any other 2-second cast spells. I only have 2.5 ones. But for a 2.5 cast spell, right, it starts more or less with heal rank 2. Heal rank 1 still receives a bit less. But for heal rank 2, it's like consistent 840, essentially like more or less 86% of your bones healing. For this one, half that. So yeah, your bones healing does have very little effect on lesser heal. Absolutely. So now, regarding the new 3 books, might as well tell you here. If you've reached this point, you deserve this. So we have Renew, we have Greater Heal, and we have Prayer of Healing. Let's take a look at Renew. Let's start with Renew. What can we see here? Yeah, less efficient. It, like, the efficiency keeps dropping with higher levels. We expected that. But first of all, it didn't drop by that much, right? It's actually not that much. Not much of a drop in efficiency. But the healing per second actually increased. Like for this level, it increased by 13. For this level, it increased by 14. Almost the same increase, right? But a lower increase in, smaller decrease in efficiency. Honestly, this bit I don't really care about. Like, one thing that would actually be a deal breaker for me if this number was somewhere around maybe like 4 or 3. If it was horrible, right? If it was horrible, then I would not use it. I use Renew to just bolster my healing per second. Healing per second. I just put it on the tank and it just keeps ticking, right? They can take a little extra damage per second that they're casting. So I unequivocally went with the highest renew that I could get. Going down to Greater Heal, take a look at this. That's their efficiency. Almost the same. It is almost the same, right? A tiny drop in efficiency, which of course, right? But again, larger increase in healing per second. So yeah, I use Greater Heal for like big bulky heals. It does like 200 points more healing. Well, a bit less, but this averages out that way. Those extra 200 points, that could save your life. They could actually save your life, dude. So definitely use it. I recommend using the new Greater Heal as well. As for Prayer of Healing, look at this. Look at this, I swear. The healing efficiency went up. I'm not kidding, it went up. Rank 5 is more mana efficient than rank 4. It takes the same amount of time to cast. 3 seconds, right? Yeah, 3 seconds. It costs for like just 40 mana more. Right? Look at this. Rank 4, 1030. Rank 5, 1070. Just 40 extra mana. And this much difference in healing. Like an extra 110 healing, right? It's amazing. It's more efficient. So this is why I no longer use rank 4. I would normally use rank 4 when like people are taking damage, so I press inner focus and prayer of healing for a quick AoE heal. Oh, credit 2000, sweet. But it's essentially that for like a lot of healing in a short amount of time. It trumps it, dude. It just trumps it. Way better. Prayer of healing rank 5, significantly better. Holy Nova is still trash. Holy Nova is still trash. Yeah, for like 5 targets you get a whole ton of healing efficiency, but it's just horrible. More efficient than Flash Heal, of course, if you're healing 5 targets on some ranks. Actually, no, it's not more efficient. Flash Heal is more efficient on 5 people. If you're only healing 1 person, it's trash. So yeah, Oinoa, bad. Yeah, so that's essentially my commentary. 6511. I actually have a bit less. 6436. I'll put this down. Yeah. So these are like this is my mana pool. Like with my own, with a mage buff, with a druid buff, with a flask, I would get about 9,000 mana. Of course, this does not include the spirit, the Zandalar, the plus 15% stats buff, and like a few others, I think. But this is more or less a decent estimate. I don't really use that much flasks. I can make them. Like, I found a Black Lotus recently. But they're pretty expensive for a priest, and I still have trouble farming. I still have trouble farming gold. Right. Yeah, so after all that's done, the last thing I have left to do is actually update my numbers. I actually forgot to do this after last time. So I come here to my macros, right? And I just start changing them. For example, heal rank 1, it's 1076 instead of 1035. I updated. Okay, save. Heal rank 2, 1363, a bit more. And I just changed these numbers. 63. I just changed the numbers. That's it. That's all I do. Heal rank 3 finally over 1500. 1517. Seven. Actually do this. So like make it less of eye cancer for you guys. 1702. And above 17 here as well. Sweet. Basically update these. And again, this is always worth it. 1931. No, I actually gained quite a bit of healing since then. 2225. Mostly thanks to the neck. Because I have like plus 46 healing neck. And before that, I had the one from Blackwing Lair. From Velstras, I believe. Yeah, this one. This was considered best in slot in the previous expansion. in the previous expansion. In the previous one, it was Zolgurub. This guy is actually still amazing. The neck, I never got it. I never got it. So, sadly, that's my life. Right, rank 3 is 2545. Sweet. 2941 on rank 5, but I'm not using rank 4. Rank 5, 3147. 3147. As you can see, like the big difference between these last two was that this number was from rank 4. I had not updated it after I moved to rank 5. Flash heal, I'm using rank 5 flash heal. So for rank 5 flash heal, it's 1061. Not a large increase. I still consider this 1,000. And for prayers, let's go. Instead of 625, we have 635. Again, not much, but still worth updating. Clean 800 for rank 2. Finally up to 800. That's sweet. 1047. Right, save. Not using rank 4, and for rank 5, this was my rank 4. 1452. Sweet. I don't have Holy Nova, and finally my renew. My renew is 2194. So 2194. Actually 2200 points. Move this back. Here, I guess shield. Like, as you can see, I honestly do not test the shield. First of all, I don't have a means to test the shield. And I'll just plug in like the approximation. I just add in 10% of my bonus healing to this. So 1080. It's really not that much. The whole value of the shield is to cast it, to like quickly give someone 1,000 health so they don't immediately die. Right. And for those wondering, the number on my Dispel Magic macro is essentially how much mana it costs, so I can see whether or not, like how long I need to wait to be able to cast the next one, because these things cost a lot. Oh, by the way, I want you guys to say hello to my little friend, Sprite Darter Hatchling. Got this guy from a quest. They're super adorable. Look at him. Tiny. Right. So yeah, that's essentially it. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. I'll upload this maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'll try to do it today, but it's pretty late. I'll probably do it tomorrow evening. So I hope you enjoyed. Mainly, I hope you understood how, like what this takes, what process this is, right? I'll do a separate like short video just to discuss these 3 spells, right? Later on, and I will probably consider shifting from spiritual guidance to spiritual healing. Maybe later on. Right now, I don't want to bother with it, right? So I'll actually do some extra counting afterwards. Okay, guys. So that's it, and goodbye, and I'll see you all later.